How does one choose between the different national parks in the Pacific Northwest? The Pacific Northwest region of the United States is known for its natural beauty and diverse landscapes, from snow-capped mountains to dense forests and rugged coastlines. With so many national parks to choose from, it can be overwhelming to decide which ones to visit. In this article, we'll explore how to choose between the different national parks in the Pacific Northwest. 1. Consider your interests. The first step in choosing which national parks to visit is to consider your interests. Do you prefer hiking, camping, wildlife watching, or scenic drives? Each park offers unique experiences, so it's important to choose parks that align with your interests. For example, if you enjoy hiking, you may want to visit Olympic National Park in Washington, which offers over 600 miles of trails, including the famous Hoh Rain Forest and Hurricane Ridge. If you're interested in wildlife, you may want to visit Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming, which is known for its diverse wildlife, including bears, wolves, and bison. 1. Plan your route. After considering your interests, it's important to plan your route. The Pacific Northwest is a vast region, and some national parks are located several hours apart. Determine which parks you want to visit and plan your route accordingly to maximize your time and minimize driving. For example, if you want to visit Olympic National Park, Mount Rainier National Park, and North Cascades National Park in Washington, you may want to start in Seattle and drive west to Olympic, then east to Mount Rainier, and finally north to North Cascades. This route will take approximately 10-12 days, depending on how much time you want to spend in each park. 1. Consider the season. Another factor to consider when choosing which national parks to visit is the season. The Pacific Northwest experiences different weather patterns throughout the year, and some parks are only accessible during certain months. For example, Olympic National Park is open year-round, but some areas, such as Hurricane Ridge, are only accessible during the summer months. Mount Rainier National Park is also open year-round, but some areas, such as Paradise, are only accessible during the summer months due to snow. 1. Check for closures. In addition to considering the season, it's important to check for park closures. Some parks may close certain areas or facilities due to maintenance, construction, or weather. For example, Crater Lake National Park in Oregon is only open from late May to late October due to heavy snowfall. In addition, some areas of the park may be closed due to snow or wildfires. 1. Consider the crowds. Finally, consider the crowds when choosing which national parks to visit. Some parks, such as Yellowstone and Yosemite, are extremely popular and can be crowded during peak season. If you prefer to avoid crowds, consider visiting lesser-known parks or visiting during the off-season. For example, North Cascades National Park in Washington is a hidden gem that sees far fewer visitors than nearby Olympic or Mount Rainier. Conclusion. Choosing which national parks to visit in the Pacific Northwest can be a daunting task, but with careful consideration of your interests, route planning, seasonal factors, closures, and crowds, you can create a memorable itinerary that meets your expectations. Remember to book your accommodations and activities in advance, especially during peak season, and be prepared for changing weather conditions. Enjoy the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest and take in all that these national parks have to offer.